a relationship we value highly. Give us a little more time, General. We will make this right. Pretty words, but they are alas sound and fury, signifying no thing. Your Highness, I shall take the reins. You are relieved, General. As you wish, Your Highness. What? He can't be. You have got to be shitting me. I believe this is our first formal acquaintance, Princess Claudia. I am Oliver Race Arnor, a son of His Majesty Emperor Eugene III. What? One of the sons of... He's an imperial prince. Spera, did you know about this? You're kidding, right? I thought he was just some sort of agent for imperial intelligence. Oliver Race Arnor. I recognize the name, but I don't know the man. Even though I am a prince, I am little more than a royal bastard. I barely attend to public matters of state, so I am unsurprised you do not know my face. It does still sting a little, though, I fear, for the lovely girl who was once to be my bride do not even know my face. An arrow, my heart. What? There are no other words. I see. That's what Colonel Richard had in mind a while back. I am sorry. I was unaware. Allow me to apologize for this slight against you. Well, I do understand it was conducted without Queen's consent. That sort of slight we can overlook. But this? No, Arabonia cannot overlook this. My enchanting princess, are you aware, I wonder, of a little rumor making its rounds across our great empire? I don't believe I am. Allow me to tell you that. Rumor has it that immense structure in the distance is Liberal's new weapon. What? Liberal has developed a groundbreaking new weapon that allows them to stop liberal energy. They intend to use it to make us pay for it 10 years ago. It is a rumor which finds fertile ground in the ears of our citizens and leadership. It can't be. That's absolutely untrue. We would never. Then you can prove it, yes? Prove that it is a misunderstanding. If you cannot, then we must act upon the evidence of our senses. Indeed, if the rumors are true, this is a monstrous betrayal of all civilization, using the pact to hide your intentions. What choice would we have then but to be defenders of the free world? Okay, what in the hell is this, Olivier? Estelle. Estelle! I can't just stand here listening to you blabber on as you please. Olivier, you know damn well just what's going on here. Why are you being such a jerk? Estelle, wait. Have we met? You seem to know me, even if you did not get the name quite right. Did we meet at a parting place? No, you lack the refinement of nobility. Yes, no matter how I look at you, you must be nothing more than a common. So, who are you? Okay, fine then. You want to play dumb no matter what? You aren't the only one who can bust out a surprise. My name is Estelle Bright. I am a B-rank racer of the Bracer Guild of Liberal. In accordance with the laws of the guild, I am involving myself in this dispute as a neutral arbitrator. Estelle, I see you are a bracer. B-rank. That would make you a veteran racer who could be trusted with arbitration of the skill, but trying to say you can't trust a bracer's word, Prince Oliver? Not at all. Forgive me. So what do you intend to do about our little situation? Neutral arbitrator. From the evidence, I judge that Arabonia's claim is false. The floating city is not a Libertinian puppet. I swear on the honor of the Bracer Guild's supporting continent. On the honor of the Guild's emblem itself. A bold statement. Certainly, a statement from the Bracer Guild holds in a weight that cannot be ignored outright. However, I shall pose the same question to you then, Miss Bright. What is your evidence of this claim? Evidence. what we have seen for ourselves. The group which made the floating city appear is the Criminal Society of Ouroboros, which is still operating in the world. We of the Guild are cooperating with the Royal Army to find a stop to the Society's operations. Heck, if you like, you can have reports of everything forwarded to the Imperial Government. That will certainly satisfy our need for evidence against the most possible malfeasance. However, you have, I think, missed a key point, right? Assuming then that the perpetrators are the Society of Ouroboros, are Liberal and the Guild capable of putting a stop to this crisis? Well, if you do not, then the Empire will not sit here wringing its hands. The weaponry we have bought, including the use of the cannons of our tanks, all use gunpowder. Would that not be the perfect for laying siege to and destroying this little rogue city of yours? You have got to be joking. What would cannons do against something that big? You never know until you try this, right? Regardless, I could say one thing for sure. You do not have the ability to put a stop to our goodwill, or our need to defend ourselves. Well then, Prince Oliver, would action satisfy? If we can prove that we can, even in these circumstances, do something about that city, would you give us the time to do so? Well, I suppose that for some time, at least, civility would force our hand. My prince, calm down, General. Consider it the bare minimum of courtesy to a minor power we have acted against you. This assumes they can even prove anything. As you wish. So then, if you can show me you have some hope of stopping all this, our forces will withdraw. Honestly, I kind of suspected myself. I mean, it's a stereotype, right? The hedonistic prince wandering around in foreign. It's a stereotype. Well, come on in though, Matt. I hope you're having a fantastic existence, friend. On the crest of the Golden Stallion, and my name is a member of the Arnold family. I swear it. Good. That came through loud and clear. What? That voice. Is that? Yes, no doubt about it. Now you are really kidding me. Dad.
Stream elements. Set. Stay thirsty, my friends, hydrate.
This is our proof, men of Erebonia. Feel free to feast your eyes upon it. Dad! Cassius Bright! It's been a while, Zex. They finally gave you a second star, I see. That's beside the point. Why are you here? And what is that ship? How is it capable of flying? That, unfortunately, is a national secret. Rather like those steam tanks of yours, I would say. So this is the Arcel, is it? And you must be the famed Cassius Bright. I believe this is the first time we have had an audience, Your Highness. Strange, though. I feel as if we have met somewhere before. How curious, General Bright. I was just thinking the same thing. How very curious. Isn't it, though? But my prince, Miss Bright, Princess Claudia, I am a proud member of the Erebonian Imperial family. I will keep my word. General, have all our forces withdraw from this area immediately. Oh, my dear, you have our gratitude, Prince Oliver. Still, though, my dear citizens would doubtless not be satisfied with the impossibility being presented to them. Perhaps I could board the Arcel and observe for myself. Prince Oliver. A good idea. I'm sure everyone in the Imperial government would be satisfied with the prince as a witness. Princess Claudia, shall we? Of course. I see no reason to object. I'm sure this will only further strengthen the bond of friendship between Erebonia and Emerald. Welcome aboard, Prince Oliver. Prince Oliver, what have you done? You finally stride onto the public stage for the first time in ages, and you engage in this charade. I suppose we were too transparent at the end. Transparent like air. To think that a prince of the empire would plan something like this, illiberal. More, how could you let this happen? Forgive me, uncle, but do you really think this idiot would listen even if I asked him to stop? Well, besides, there are elements of this which do not sit easily on my conscience. I learned all about the truth behind Hamel during this mess. So you did know. How could he not know? Even back then, he was a critical part of the military chain of command. My shame is no sex. I do not blame you. It was a subsection of war talks. I know you had nothing to do with it. A scandal so vile that information about it had to be tightly controlled. I do not agree with the logic, but I understand it. Seal up that which stinks and bury it forever. Those who rule remain in power unblemished. However, fish, thank you very much for the fish, friend. Welcome on in, Dell. I hope you're having a fantastic existence, friend. I cannot allow the same trick to be played twice. Prince, Zex, you realize it yourself, I am sure, the incredibly fortuitous addition of these new things to our arsenal. The convenient orders to sword tie. Every bit of it has the fingerprints of the blood and Iron Chancellor himself, Gileath Osborne. And I just realized something. Did the fish trigger? Did the fish didn't actually trigger, did it? I'm not sure if I was slow noticing that you did it, or if it didn't trigger. If it didn't trigger,
Dell.
okay, I think I know what happened.
It did not.
It will be fixed by next stream. I think I know exactly what happened. Let me give you your points back for it. I think we can do that somehow. There should be a way over here. Could have swore there was a way to do that.
Dell said, "No, that's okay."
Okay. I thought there was a way to redeem. Well, it's not too many points, so I can always give you a free fish next time you come in too, if we remember. I think I know what happened, though. Yeah. What are...
Dell.
He is in contact with Ouroboros.
I can send a bunch more fish anyway.
Tasty fish. Very good. I no longer doubt it. And personally, I find the idea of a chancellor whose first loyalty is not to the Empire rather than repugnant. Don't you? My prince, you can't possibly. But I do indeed. The former military man who has become the Empire's central politician after rising to prominence 10 years ago. The cold-blooded yet bold reformer who made rails throughout the Empire and has annexed many of our neighbors through force of arms. I have decided to slay the beloved monster which has made its nest in our empire. You may call all this my declaration of war. Unbelievable. My prince, do you even realize what you are attempting to accomplish? I like to tell myself I do, at least. He is not only politically strong, but he has de facto control of easily 7/10 of the military. Putting aside neutral people like yourself, all who stand against him are the nation's feudal lords, and their influence weakens by the day. Worse still, my father's trust in him is nearly absolute. The very picture of a monster, I would say. Then why even is it not obvious? Because the way he acts is not beautiful. What? My eyes were opened as I traveled through. People and countries are at their greatest when they are proud of themselves. And I wish for my people, my fatherland, to feel the same pride. To be proud of accomplishments, not conquests. I hope you can understand sex. My prince, you have become quite a man. As they say, only an unwashed pot will boil. It has been 7 years since you took me under your wing to teach me what you know, sex. I simply learned to apply what you taught when you weren't the beginning. Indeed. Very well. I will pull my forces back. I must remind you, however, that the 3rd Division is merely the vanguard. Osborn is mustering over 10 divisions in the capital. 3 days, and then they march. That's your deadline. Yes, we will act with all haste, Zax. More, you are going with Prince Oliver, I take it? If things go poorly, bring him back, even if you have to drag him by his collar. Yeah, I was keeping an eye on that. It does seem like the music in here gets a little loud. I was and I wasn't completely sure, which is why I hadn't turned it down yet, but let's try that. Yeah, I was noticing I was getting into the yellow of that. Let's try that. This game has some loud music in general. Men fall out. Yeah, it really does. It really does. We were thrown to harm. There, we will wait new orders. Yes, sir. Yeah, it really does. Maybe I could keep a better eye on it if I move this here. Another problem is I have a limited amount of space over here to have things. So that doesn't help. Maybe I can keep a better eye on it here. And so we managed to buy ourselves a little bit of time at least. Really, though, no one trusts me, it seems. My limitations truly are ceaseless. Of course they don't, you nitwit. Even I didn't think you had something like this in you. As they say, if you're going to play your cards, throw in all your chips. Besides, you certainly did a good job in arranging all the pieces. You could say we are partners in crime, confederates of love, bees of a flower who have shared the sweetest honey. I am armed, Oliver. Olivier. Estelle. Brilliantly done. Brilliantly done, my entire butt. Would you please explain what in the hell is going on? Why, it's exactly as it looks. There was something rotten in the state of Erebovia. I simply dragged it up onto the stage. The stage, and the rest of us couldn't get a peek at the script. As they truly say, if you wish to deceive your foes, deceive your friends. Having the Arcel show up after you negotiate us into a corner. That was the plan Cassius Bright and I came up with. Dad and Olivier. I should have known. Once Dad showed up, I thought that might be it. That was the idea, at least. And here comes deceitful chirp number 2. That's a little cruel, don't you think? I was listening in by phone. You handled those negotiations expertly. Thanks to you, the arrival of the Arcel had all the impact it needed. Listening in by what? Of course, that artifact of yours. My dear Scara, no more of that, please. It would be a little problematic if he heard about. A little too late on that score, Prince. Kevin's here too, and Julia as well. Your Highness, I heard about the attack on the capital. I'm very glad to see you are safe. I'm sorry, Julia. I can only imagine how worried you must have been. Well, part of it's my fault. If I had finished the Arcel's upgrades, we could have come by to help out ourselves. Unfortunately, Zero Field reinforcing the most advanced airship in the world took a while, if you can believe it. Still, glad to see everyone safe. Yes, hang on. How is the Arcel flying? We made a Zero Field generator big enough for the entire ship. Please tell me you also made small ones enough for everybody before we try to take on this island, because if we can't use arts on the island, that's gonna be some shit. Yes, indeed. The ones I gave you were prototypes I had ripped up to help design a large-scale version. I have been locked up in the Arcel ever since you left, and now it is finally ready. I see. So, in other words, every last bit of this was set up by Dad. Come now, don't say it like I'm a criminal. I simply did what I could to make it easy for you to act. You did this because you wanted to, yes? Well, technically, I guess, but I don't quite get why you're here though, Kevin. Right. While I was at the cathedral, word came in from the Groundsplitter higher ups. They have been hitting the books. I think I've got a good picture on what kind of thing the aureole is and how to end this mess. And once I told Cassius about this, I got hogtied and brought out here. What? What the aureole is? Yes, so first of all, the aureole isn't that floating city itself, really. We think it's an artifact within the city that provides the whole thing with orbital power and helps control the flow of it. The Gospels were basically like distribution thingies for it, an ancient power source for a city. But then, why is it causing all our orbits to shut down? Now we're getting into guesswork, but a couple of really old legends talk about the aureole striking down threats to the chosen, meaning all our modern orbits are being seen by it as threats to the chosen, disabling any possible threat in its area of influence. It's a defense mechanism, essentially. It seems extremely likely. And really, this gives us a ray of hope. Doing something about the entire city would be difficult at best due to its sheer size. But if we can find the actual aureole somewhere within the city, we may be able to find a way to deal with it. I see. That is an idea. That does sound like a plan, at least. Yes, it seems as though our final goal is well set for us. We should board the Arcel and make our way to the Flying City with all haste. The decision to use the Arcel must come from the royal family. Princess, shall we? We don't need to ask. Captain Squires, prepare the Arcel for launch. We are heading for the Flying City above Valkyria Lake. At once, Your Highness. And my bracer friends, please, everyone, lend your aid to Liberal in our hour of need. This mission will likely be the last one of this crisis. Well, saying that like it's even a question if we will go. This is something we should leave up to our leader. Leader? Estelle. We mean you, of course. What? Why so shocked, Estelle? We all do have our own stake in this, yes. But, one way or another, we have just been tagging along on this wild ride of yours.
Lots of reading that past seem used fish
Right?
hydrate instead.
Right? Like, man, the VOD isn't even going to fit on YouTube at this point. Like, it's been a half hour of cutscene at this point. So in that sense, Estelle, you are definitely our leader. Well, still not quite ready for it? No, she is. No matter how grim it gets, Estelle never loses hope. That light is always there to guide us. That's why only Estelle could ever be our leader.
Dal,
Joshua, not
Zed.
helping.
you're working quadruple
Estelle,
overtime.
your face is red as a beet. Okay, I get. Yeah, so see, you're kind of getting two, or one. You're kind of getting a free more redeem. Really. The Chloe, the guild accepts your mission. We'll find the aureole on the Flying City and save Liberal. Thank you. Good, that's finally settled. Now I can get back to headquarters. I was sensing that we were coming to the end of the chapter, and I was trying to save it so that we can end the chapter when we end the stream, but it keeps going. It keeps going. Dad, you are not coming with us. I am afraid I can't.
Dal,
They may have retreated for now, and I trust Sex to keep his word, but we can't ignore the larger Airbonean threat. It's not just Hack and Gate. They could use non-orbital powered vessels to invade by
the
sea.
chapter that never ends.
I also wouldn't be surprised if the Society attempts another raid on Grand South. I can't leave the royal army with all of this going on. Yes, I get it. I will do my best with Joshua, with everyone. So, Dad, try not to kill yourself with work, okay? It'll be a struggle, but don't worry. And Joshua, let me give this to you. Cassius handed a letter to Joshua. A letter? Call it a father's heart. It's between men, so it might be a little shocking for Estelle. Gentle reminder that I'm right here and still have my staff. I will read it when I have time, Dad. Please do. For the love of, I seriously do not get guy stuff like this. Don't be so harsh, Estelle. I'm taking some time off once this is over. I intend to spend a lot of time at home once I can. Estelle, make sure we can all share some omelet rice then, alright? Yes, you bet. Okay, so it'll probably be chapter end as soon as we sail off to the
Estelle was
sunset.
ready to throw hands with the boys trying to be so secretive.
Yeah, Estelle's definitely got a use for that staff in multiple respects. Are you sure, Cassius? If you're that worried, you could have gone with them, you know? No, it's fine. Wise man is even more dangerous than I thought he would be. If I accompanied them, I would simply be painting a target on their heads. Yes, if you were out in the open, he would strike at your ankle like the snake he is. The price of fame. It is maddeningly frustrating, let me tell you. Of course, this is also what gives us a chance to strike. A game of truth and lies as the two of you try to read the other. Speaking of lies, do you think the blood and iron chancellor will really hold back? As powerful as he is, he can't gainsay an oath from Prince Oliver that easily. As long as we don't give them any more of an opening, I think we will be safe. I hope so. Everything rest of the team equals your sail then. Yes. Lena, a great benevolent ideas of the sky. Shine down where your children must walk. Please, that beneath this enormous sky, they might find the path they seek. There we go. Okay. So this is probably going to be cut on the VOD. I was hoping we could end it before the 12-hour mark, but because YouTube's all picky about having 12-hour, which is why I usually end at 11, but it's whatever. So we will be going on to the next chapter Thursday, friends. Thursday. That sounds like a plan? Because I am ready to go get some food.
Said, YT can eat a fish.
Yeah, oh, no, that's a good thing. We don't want YouTube to have a fish. They're being little bitches. They don't get fish. Anyway, we'll finish this Thursday. Tomorrow, we will probably be playing some Love, the final game, I think, that I haven't played of the series, the Imperial Capital Burns. I guess it's actually a side story or something. But stay safe, friends, and maybe I'll see you next time.